Hi guys, I'm Annabelle Knight and right now you're watching the Lovehoney YouTube channel, the place where we talk about sex and sex toys so that when you shop at the Lovehoney website, you know what the heck you're doing. In this week's video, we're going to be finding out how to find out what your partner likes in bed. But before we do, I've got to remind you that if you never want to miss another one of our videos, you're gonna need to click that subscribe button. Now, it might sound simple, how to find out what your partner likes in bed. Well, surely the answer is to ask them, but it's actually not that easy. Communicating our sexual needs and desires is one of the more difficult elements of being in a relationship. Finding out what your partner likes in bed can be really tricky. So I've collated my top tips to give you a hand. My first tip is to make it fun and play a little game. I like to call it yes, no, maybe. So basically what you do is sit down with a notepad each and a pen and write down whatever sexual scenario or activity you can think of. Then pop all of your suggestions into a hat, pull them out one by one, read them, and then make a note of whether it's yes, no, maybe, and then compare your answers. Straight off the bat, you can see where your boundaries are. If it's a no, take it off the table. If it's a yes, great, you can try it. And if it's a maybe, it opens up the conversation. It's a really light-hearted and fun way to find out what your partner likes in bed. Now, if that suggestion's a bit too analog for you, you can take it digital. There are tons of questionnaires online that you can take on your own or with your partner to find out what suits you sexually. So have a Google, hop online and find one that ticks your boxes. Next up, pay attention to non-verbal communication. Now, did you know that our words only actually account for around about 50% of our overall communication? Yet that is right. About half of what we say isn't actually words. It's not said with our mouths. It's said via our facial expressions, our gestures, and our body language. And that is called non-verbal communication. So when you're in bed with your partner, look out for positive cues. This might be a little moan or groan. It could be a clenching of the sheets, a curling of the toes, or perhaps arching of the hips. All of those signs are really positive and they let you know that you are on the right track. If the idea of verbally speaking to your partner about this kind of thing makes you feel a little uneasy, there is another route to finding out what your partner likes in bed, and that is down the erotic fiction route. You should get yourself something like this. This book is called Chasing Clouds, and it's a romance/erotic fiction, and it was written by this incredible person, this beautiful, witty, stunningly attractive woman. I forget her name. Look it up, Chasing Clouds. Essentially, smutty books are packed with tons of sexy scenarios that might pique your interest. So either read the book solo and then explain the scenes that have made you feel sexy, or read it with your partner and see if anything strikes you as something you might like to try. This also will allow you to open up the conversation about different sexual scenarios and experimentation as well. And finally, my top tip for finding out what your partner likes in bed is to get online, jump on the Lovehoney website and do a bit of sexy and sensual shopping together. This will help to build positive anticipation, it will bring you closer as a couple, and it will indirectly inform you as to what your partner likes in bed. I would recommend something like this. It's the Wild Weekend Couples Kit. There's a little bit of everything in here, and again, it's all about experimentation, it's about building positive anticipation and heightening the sensuality between the two of you. The wonderful thing about kits like this is that you can choose what works for you. You don't have to use one toy at a time. You can create your own pleasure combinations and put yourself in the driving seat when it comes to you and your partner's pleasure. All I will say is make sure you get yourself a nice little bottle of water-based lubricant to use alongside this kit and give everything a good clean after you've used it. So there you have it, my top tips for finding out what your partner likes in bed. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got anything you'd like to add, please pop your comments in the box below. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. If you never want to miss another one, hit that subscribe button. For notifications, click the bell. And if you just can't wait till next week, then don't worry, because there's another video coming up right now. I've been Annabelle Knight, and you've been watching the Lovehoney YouTube channel. Bye.